I was in the store yesterday, and it was Hugh Jackman on the cover, being Hugh Jackman. Good-looking guy, yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a conversation with Ashley, and I got mad at her because she didn't like Hugh Jackman. It was the gayest conversation I've ever had. Like,
Like
I
you
brought
were
up how
shocked?
good-looking Hugh Jackman is. She goes, oh, he's okay. I go, no, he's a good-looking dude. She goes, he's okay. I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's gorgeous.
What's not to like?
What are your
can
thoughts on
sing.
Brad Pitt? Right?
Yeah, she's doing this.
He's one of those guys. He looks good, but it's like
He can sing and dance.
Aaron's also shaking her head. See,
You,
the
that,
ladies
you women
agree.
like singing, dancing men.
But Joel, you'll appreciate this. He was on the cover of this magazine, and it was Hugh Jackman's 10 Steps to Romance. It's like, Joel, what do you think step number 1 is for Hugh Jackman? For his 10
Sign $10 million contract.
Step number 1, be Hugh Jackman.
Step 1, hey, hi. What's up? I'm not going to go down that road. Does he need 10 steps? He needs 2 steps.
That's right. What's in the room?
He doesn't
Here's
need
my,
any
here's my
steps.
name, pants drop. That's it. It's a 2-step process. It's not hard.
Do you think he ever sees pants on a girl? Or are they
Probably
already off
never.
by the
He
time eye
probably-
contact is made?
Hugh Jackman
They've
has
dropped.
never seen a woman in pants.
Yeah.
Never.
According to him, everyone's naked all the time.
They just disintegrate? Or
Yeah, he turns and looks, and it's like naked women and clothes hitting the wall, the farthest possible
It's
wall
like
behind
the-
them.
and
it's
like
like the-
screams, right?
It's like all the Patrick Stewart scripts and extras.
Is he like the top dude? Is he like the best looking dude?
No.
Who Patrick
Oh,
Stewart?
she's gonna come up with something
Who's,
terrible.
who's the best looking dude in
Here,
Hollywood?
let me- before she answers,
Yeah.
here's the problem with men and women, the way that they judge like the top people. Like you and I might agree, and Gavin, like say, who's the best looking woman? And we say, oh, like be X, like this woman because she has this shape and this great hair and all this. She's a beautiful woman. Women always have like some weird fucking qualifier that makes no sense. It's like, oh, I like this guy a lot. He's like my number 1 because he looks like he'd know how to change a tire. It's like, what the fuck does that? What does that mean? So Barbara, who's your number 1?
I can't remember his name. He's the Green Lantern. Fucking Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
He can change a
Holy
tire.
hell. Ryan Reynolds.
Is
If
what I
you're
heard.
watching this podcast, and I know you
Really?
are.
Is he married?
Has he ever changed a tire?
Wasn't he
though?
mar-
I mean, maybe in a movie.
See,
I mean, most actors that you think about for like the hottest guy on earth probably hasn't changed the tire.
Gav, who do you think the hottest guy?
Hottest guy.
Yeah, hottest
Why
guy.
asking me about the hottest
Oh,
guy?
please.
You had that costume.
Gavin has no issues with this.
You wore a cup.
You're putting up a fuss. You have no issues with this at all. Who's the hottest guy? I'm gonna answer for him.
What's the name of that dude?
Hey, what's up? Hugh Jackman. That's a good-looking dude.
All right, well that's not the best picture.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
not
he's
the best
fine.
picture.
He's running. It's hard to keep.
He looks like he just fell out of a
It's
tornado.
like the room, the back room is trying to give you suggestions. Back room is trying to give Gav
When you get
suggestions.
flipped out of a tornado and land and stand up, that's what you look like.
Yeah.
Gavin, you have to answer. I'm gonna answer for you.
Who was that dude in The Watchmen?
Who was the dude in The Watchmen? Which
The
guy?
CGI guy?
No.
That one dude.
The guy who plays the comedian?
Oh, he was
short
like
guy.
50.
Oh,
The
you like
villain?
the Ozymandias dude?
He's all right, isn't he?
There you go. Wasn't he the dude in Prometheus? Too?
No, that's a different dude.
Different dude? All right, I'll look it up.
That is the dude from something else. We need Jack here.
All right,
Yeah, I
easier
can't-
question. Who's number 1 hottest woman in the world?
Woman,
Yeah.
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
hot.
Jolie.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. I disagree with that.
All right, everyone's saying no.
She's
So
a little
I'm
too
clearly-
skinny for my liking.
Clearly wrong about that one.
Nah, she's fine. At the time,
Yeah.
but
Have
jump
you ever
in.
killed a lobster?
Have I ever killed a lobster?
Or do you just like plop them in the boiling water?
I've never cooked lobster. I can say I've never done that.
I think you
Done
better
that a
stab him
couple
in the top of the
times,
head.
And it's sort of, it's a weird thing because you don't really, you just throw them in the pot and then you.
Yeah, but you're not meant to do
and then
that.
like they scream.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
think-
really have, what
They
is
say
it, the
it's-
gas
they say it's
escaping?
gas
Yeah.
And they're like, and the gas is like,
Wait,
oh
what?
God, I'm a lobster and I'm boiling. It's
Do they
horrible.
actually scream?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make a screeching noise when you throw them in the boiling water, but people say it's gas escaping their shell. Which, when I
here's the thing.
scream, it's also gas escaping through my mouth
Through
in
your
a
shell.
scream. Yeah, that's exactly what
So
that
it makes
process
total
is.
sense. Like in South Park, whenever somebody dies, they poop, right?
No, what? I haven't
In
seen South
South
Park
Park-
in a while.
If you die, that's correct, right? Miles is saying, he's supporting me. If
Hey
you
Miles,
die in
yeah,
South
Miles,
Park,
hey Miles,
they
when
take
you
a
die
shit.
in South Park, what happens to you when you die in South Park?
If you're Kenny, you're eaten by rats, and if you're someone else, you shoot your pants.
If you're
You
Kenny,
shit
get
your
eaten by rats.
pants.
Yeah, but Kenny didn't always get eaten by
No,
rats.
I mean, do
They did.
people when people actually die, do they? You were a medical guy. Do they actually
Yes.
shit their pants?
It's a big problem with executions.
I think they
so
get
let's
get
go back
bonus.
to
Among
the
other things,
lobsters.
like people getting
So
killed.
are the lobsters taking a poop in the boiling water?
Does that,
But-
I
does that
think the
matter?
poop boils.
It's actually better if your food poops before you eat it, wouldn't you think?
I don't know. Is
just-
it better on the inside or the outside?
How
Well,
are
with-
we all of a sudden
With
on
shellfish,
food
like
poop?
with a shrimp, all you have to do is pull the anus out, don't you? That's like the only preparation you
Yeah,
do.
but the poop.
Pull the anus out?
Well, you
Pull
got
the
it.
anus
The poop
out.
problem goes deeper than the anus.
Do you know what an anus is? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
butthole.
it's the whole back of the
You pull
shrimp
a
that you're
hole
taking
out.
off.
What do you mean the whole back of
They
the
call
shrimp?
it deveining, but it's not a vein.
Yeah, it's like a long tube anus.
It's colon, not anus. It's just two different things.
Yeah, but you
Long
pull it all
tube
out, and then the anus pops off the end, doesn't it?
We should.
The anus comes along with everything else, yeah. But if you just take the anus, you've
Yeah,
left
I'm
a
saying.
lot of stuff you
I'm
don't want.
saying, compared to a lot of other animals, you have to degut them and get all the giblets out and all that stuff. With a shrimp, you just pull the anus off and all the intestines.
Stop.
I don't.
Anus.
I don't think shrimp has.
So,
does
two
shrimp
more
have
events?
intestines?
It has like a poop track.
We were talking about who we thought was really attractive.
Go ahead.
I thought Hayden. I'm not
From-
sure I got her name.
from Heroes.
Hayden
Panettiere.
Panettiere.
So your
And
love of dogs equates
very
to
attractive.
what you find
Yeah,
attractive
but
in women?
I did.
Is that what
She
I'm
was
getting?
a-
Is that what you're
kinda
saying?
short.
She's short.
The things you like in women are what you like in dogs? Is that really?
I don't like where this is going.
Do you
No,
like
I don't know.
women-
I don't like it
I don't
either,
like
Joel.
this. I don't like this.
That's exactly the path you took us on.
Lots of fur.
Do you like women who can lick their own anus?
Lots of.
Oh, Jesus, Gavin. Gavin.
We need like an anus counter for you on this podcast.
He's got to take it somewhere.
Only if they can pop it out.
You can put it in your
then-
pocket and take it to work.
Then it's party on.
We had the bright idea that we were going to bake you a penis-shaped cake because we thought that was funny because
Yes.
Barbara's thing is that she draws penises all
Yes,
the time.
that
that's-
is correct.
That's a funny thing. So we thought we'd make you a penis-shaped cake. Except the two people that were going to make the cake, Miles came over to record the video that we did in Limbo, and Ashley and Erin, Miles' girlfriend, got together in my kitchen.
And
they
voice
were
of
gonna-
Blake.
They were going to make a cake. And you guys, absolutely no offense, are the worst cake makers on the planet.
I have to save face because right now I am currently blogging about how great of a cake and pastry maker
She
I
is,
am.
though.
So I'm saving face here. I'm actually not that terrible when I'm by myself.
So why'd you make a shit cake?
To be fair, it probably takes a lot more skill to make a cake that not only looks like a dick, but also tastes like a dick.
It was awful.
It's easy to make a cake that
Oh, we have,
tastes.
we have
Look
some
at that.
video
This is the
play.
thing. They broke my mixer.
What are
Look
they
at it. It's
doing to it?
Look at it creeping up the mixer.
Jesus.
Is there
we
a,
not a
did
close
things
encounter.
out of order.
is there a piece missing from that? It's
Oh,
like
there's my mixer dying.
Why is that so yellow? What was
Well, what was the big thing you guys claimed, Miles? They said what? That they
It's-
put the ingredients in out of order.
It's no. Well, it's the bowl's fault. So we
It's like bread.
That's because it was out of order. Because the bowls, we wanted to be all Martha Stewart and be really cute and put bowls like smaller bowls with the eggs and another smaller bowl with all the baking soda and smaller bowl with the flour. But it turns out that the flour bowl was bigger than the sugar butter bowl. But we had to put the flour into the sugar butter bowl, and that's just not how it works. So we just dumped all the sugar butter in the flour
Didn't
bowl.
you also use a different kind of salt accidentally?
Yeah, we also used the wrong salt, and also it turns out we weren't supposed to use that kind of food coloring, and there
Yeah,
were a lot of things that went wrong.
Turns out sea salt is a little more potent than table salt. And we doubled the mixture because this giant penis.
Well,
we
if you're
gotta
trying to
make
make
a
a
giant
taste,
dick.
It was
Yeah,
more
really,
salt
this
is
was
better.
a really big dish.
So-
It was like that.
We
It
had,
wa-
we
it
had
was a
4
chode.
teaspoons of sea salt.
It tasted
removed the anus.
it tasted like we used real dick ingredients.
Yeah.
It's made with actual
listen.
dick.
What
It
are
was
those?
Look at it!
Wow.
Look, that is a chode.
authenticity. It
Also,
tasted like what it looked
They're showing a
like.
picture right now.
Yeah, they
you
got a
guys
picture of your
don't
cake
know
Could
how
you-
big
could
this
you-
thing actually was.
If you guys could make a cake that could eject another cake.
All right, easy.
We were gonna make it cream filled, but we even
See, I-
screwed that up. So.
I like the fact that
We
at
gave
some
up.
point the tip kind of fell open and it was blood red inside.
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah, we
gonorrhea
made it-
chode cake.
Yeah, we made it red velvet because we figured that people are dark red on the inside. We wanted to be realistic.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how it
So
works.
Yeah.
it was really realistic cake.
That's kind of.
Except it wasn't a
gross.
realistic cake because it didn't taste like cake. It tasted like a big, dense loaf of bread.
was-
All right, it
that
was a
somebody had
really
cooked by
realistic
leaving
dick.
the
According to Miles, it had pockets of goodness. Yeah. Pockets of really badness.
Just like a
lot of
real
pockets of badness.
kind of pockets of goodness.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
The goodness
That
was
was a
where the
joke.
chocolate was. I ended up mixing this thing with my hand because we did break the mixer. I had a red hand for a while. It's
It
not
was
now.
pretty gross.
She had to,
go-
she had to give
go
it a hand job.
I had to go out and buy another mixer in the middle of all this. I had to run out and like buy a separate.
So what did it do? Did the dick get sucked up into the motor?
It
of
was
the...
like, Gavin, it was like the stickiest. Like you make cake batter and you're like, oh, I want to taste that. It didn't look like that at all. It looked like bread dough that rises. It looked like that, and it was sticky. It stuck to everything. Like it wrapped tendrils around the mixer and then got up in the motor.
Is that what
Look,
you?
there it is.
Is that what you got me a different cake
Yeah, that's why I went out and bought you a separate cake.
with probably my
Look at that.
favorite?
It's
thing.
like potato
it looks
salad.
like vomit coming in there.
But we also discovered something about this, which is everyone's all gaga for red velvet. And what was the first thing we discovered about red velvet?
So the thing that's really disappointing about red velvet is that the only thing that makes it red is food coloring, which apparently also makes otherwise chocolatey cakes taste bitter.
Really bitter.
So, you know,
We used
I don't know why it's a thing.
2
It's just
bottles.
chocolate cake
It's just chocolate cake.
with red food coloring. That's all red velvet is.
Really?
So when people say they really like red velvet cake, what they're really saying is they like the taste of red food coloring. And
Well,
that's
unless
it.
they like the bitterness of red food coloring.
Yeah, which apparently is like, it also makes it into a loaf of like horrible bread cake.
This
So,
is the basis
F,
for all
you get
French
F's
cooking.
for cake making.
I loved it.
I
Thank
reckon
you
they get a
guys.
D.
You didn't eat any of it.
You told me not to. I liked the effort that
told
went
me-
into it.
You told me not to.
He told me not to. He's like, don't try it. Don't try it. I'm like,
I went out. I went to a bakery, Joel, and I got Barbara a separate like sheet cake to get her for her birthday, something edible that people could eat. I ran out and got it, and because I always talk to Barbara in nonsense, they said what the person said. I said I want a message on the cake, and the lady goes, oh, and she hands me like a piece of paper and a pen, and I write it down, and I wrote happy
Herpy.
Harpy Blarb Day Fnarb, and I handed that to the lady, and the lady looks at it and goes, nods and looks at me, and I
I
say,
just wrote herpes.
yeah, and I said to her, I said it's nonsense, but it just
Just
makes.
write
I
herpes.
said just write exactly what's on there, and she goes like that. I said it doesn't make any sense. The words don't make any sense, but and the lady just keeps nodding at me like this, and I go, you don't speak English, do you? She goes, no. So it's like I was doing a big long explanation. She didn't give a shit
Maybe
anyway.
she understood it. Like
Yeah.
maybe it was another
Maybe
language and
wrote-
you didn't know.
You wrote in Russian.
She's from
fucked it up,
Oregon.
though.
It probably was like, I'm robbing your bank.
The best thing about that weird dick cake though is that the more they moved it and the longer time had on it, like affected it, it started to like collapse in places, but in the perfect spots. Like the tip kind of fell in and it looked like a bell end, and then
the
like
cake knew.
I think I sent
Yeah.
Chris a picture of it.
And then, like, the
kind of melty. to
the
his email.
middle started like it ruptured in a way that like a giant vein moving down. So it's like it rotted in a way
Yeah,
that made it
I
way
mean,
more accurate.
If you're a dude, it's like, I don't even know how to start. I mean, like, a dick cake, ha ha ha, jokes, jokes, jokes.
Could that be a shirt?
I mean, dick cake, yay.
I appreciated it.
I know. I mean, it's a thing where guys find it funny. Dick cake, guys are laughing. Chicks think it's funny.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. You're a chick. You think it's funny. Ha ha ha.
You can compare it to a vagina cake and how it's not funny.
But no one jokes about vaginas.
No, nobody does.
vaginas,
That's where I was
Nobody
going.
does.
But
You're right.
like,
that is off limits.
vaginas aren't funny.
What's that?
vaginas aren't.
They're not funny.
Funny.
That you.
Well,
it's
Ellen DeGeneres is funny.
Sure. Are you calling her a vagina?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
This is like.
But okay,
Just
imagine
feel like our female subscription base. It's like
Imagine,
just
like-
abandoning
Sorry,
ship.
imagine like a mystery door about this big.
Please say something good. Just please say something good. Please, just say anything good.
Puppies and kittens.
There we go.
Am
Anything
I-
at all. Just
laughed,
abandon
sorry.
ship
I'm
on
saying
this.
you open the door like
Here we
an
go.
advent calendar. If it's a penis just hanging in there, if it's a vagina, it's like, oh.
What the fuck?
It's just not funny.
I asked for something
I
good.
can't
I
tell
asked.
you, like,
I
if I'm
one
unwrapping,
request.
If I'm unwrapping a package, I much would rather see a vagina
Really?
than a dick. Yes.
I think a vagina on its own is.
Gavin, if you're in a situation where you're unwrapping a package,
Yeah.
People want this on a shirt now, by the way. Oh, here comes Chris. Chris, what do you got?
Chris is mad.
dick jokes,
Chris, you came out with purpose.
dick jokes.
I think he's just fixing something.
So
Why does Chris have a small
you guys
door?
are girls. Vagina is not funny
I'm saying a vagina on its own isn't funny.
unless it has like
What
a
does
little
that
cigar.
mean? Like a freestanding
Like
one?
a dick.
there
in
we
a-
go. That's it. A little more melted.
See, there's the collapse on the end that makes it look accurate.
What kind of dicks are you looking at?
Wait, why is the banana there? Is that for like scale?
What is that? To feel
Why is there a
inadequate?
banana there?
But
A guy at Thundercloud. He was the voice of the IFC channel. Like he was the host.
What?
Well,
Wait, was he the voice of the host?
he was like the voice, like on all the like the. I don't know if there's a host for it, but you know, it's like when they show when they would
watch people wrestle. That guy?
who was wrestling on the Independent Film Channel. What the fuck?
Job.
so IFC
this
became
week.
UFC.
He did that, and
I do feel like Facebook won in the cool war, though.
I think.
People who are cool have Facebook, but I think losers
I think
go for Twitter.
I think that you're smoking crack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
You just said Facebook won the cool war?
And you said
Cool.
losers go to Twitter?
Like, there are hot girls who have Facebook that don't have Twitter, is what I'm saying. Like,
that's his measurement for everything.
well, what
It
else would you
literally is your
measure stuff
measurement.
with?
What do you mean?
I mean,
You can measure on engagement.
You know,
you can
I
measure on
had- I-
impact.
I
think
You're like
Twitter-
hot chicks.
you can't
that's
measure
it.
cool.
That's
I think
literally
If
it.
girls like it, it's all right, right?
But it can't be your measurement for everything. Like, do you like burritos? Like, never seen a hot girl eat a burrito. No, I don't like burritos. They taste wonderful, but they're terrible because hot girls don't eat them. I mean,
So
they
what is
can't be-
cool? What's
they-
cool to you?
That can't be your measurement
all
for every
just-
single
Why,
thing.
why
Gavin.
do you make decisions?
What?
For
You know,
girls, right?
This is like the same dude arguing with himself
I don't
when
argue
he's
with that.
like 18 and when he's 40.
Every
It's like
decision,
It's like that.
every decision I make
Listen.
is to indirectly
But
get
that
a
will
girl
change.
to like me.
That will change.
That's
That
so
will totally
sad,
change.
Gavin.
Why? Okay, I can tell you something right now.
Oh my
If
gosh,
girls-
that's
there's
the
truth to
saddest
that.
Let
thing
me
I've
ask you
ever
this. Let me ask you this
heard.
real
If
quick.
girls
Do you
didn't
think
exist-
do you think girls don't like you?
What?
Do you think girls don't like you? Do you think that?
I mentioned a lot of girls don't like me.
I like
Thi-
you, Gavin.
But this is the thing. If there were no girls
a
on planet
friend.
Earth, I wouldn't even bother getting out of bed, ever. I wouldn't do anything.
Because you wouldn't exist.
no, I mean, if they were wiped out, I would have no reason for living.
Yeah, I would be pretty depressed too if half the population was wiped out in one day.
But the rest of
I'd
us
be a
are
little disappointed
happier.
by that.
But would you even bother trying to be successful after that?
What's that?
The
Yeah,
question I
Well,
just
no,
said.
no. Bernie is driven by burritos.
I didn't go to that.
Like,
I didn't
there
go
were
to that
no
either.
burritos.
That's how I
Listen,
judge if women are hot or not. If they eat burritos.
What
Twitter,
decision?
Twitter is the greatest thing ever.
Could you make a face look like someone else's face if you had their face tattooed on your face?
Their face tattooed.
No one is gonna fall for that.
I,
Like if I had a picture of you
No.
here, would it work?
No.
Why?
Because it would be creepy. It would just like, all right.
Be like kind
Does
of
someone have a
uncanny
marker?
valley kind of
Does
thing.
anyone have a marker?
Well, you can't draw your face.
I can draw my face.
Can you draw your face?
I'm gonna draw my face on top of your face right now. All right, come here.
That's permanent. I don't want. I
No,
don't want.
come here.
Well, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. That's a permanent.
This is gonna be
That's
great.
a permanent thing. I'm gonna have red on my face for the rest of the week.
All right,
Hey,
I'm
so-
not fucking red.